You're standing at a checkout counter. The screen flashes a black and white square that looks like a tiny storm of pixels. No cash, no card swipe. You simply raise your phone, point the camera, and a payment portal opens instantly. And for a second it feels almost magical because the square looks chaotic, yet it delivers the right link, the right action, the right place in just a few seconds. That little square is a QR code. You see it on menus, flyers, product packaging, and even TV commercials. It has become so common that most of us stop noticing it, until one day your brain asks the obvious question: what is a QR code really? How can a messy-looking square be read accurately so fast? Let's get into it right here on Secrets of Simple Things. What QR really means: QR stands for Quick Response, and that name is not an accident. A QR code is a type of two-dimensional barcode designed to be read fast and to store information efficiently. Traditional barcodes are one-dimensional, a series of vertical lines that carry data in a single direction. QR codes use a grid. They encode data both horizontally and vertically, which lets them hold far more information, often hundreds of times more than a typical barcode. That's why a QR code can be a doorway to a website, a video, a Wi-Fi login, or a payment screen. It's not just a label. It's a compact information container built for speed. And like most everyday technology, it started in a place you wouldn't expect. Born in a car factory. QR codes were invented in 1994 by Denso Wave, a subsidiary of Toyota. The original purpose was industrial, not trendy, tracking vehicle parts in manufacturing. On a factory line, time matters. Parts move quickly, labels get scuffed. Scanners need to read codes from different angles without slowing everything down. QR codes solved that. They were built to be read rapidly, even when the code is tilted, and to carry more data than a standard barcode. Fast forward from that factory floor to today, and the same design is everywhere, because it turned out to be a perfect bridge between physical objects and digital information. To understand why it works so reliably, you have to look at what a QR code is made of. Anatomy. Every part has a job. A QR code might look like a random mess of black and white squares, but every part has a purpose. The code is organized so a scanner can find it, align it, measure it, and then read it. Finder patterns. The three large squares in the corners are the first thing your scanner looks for. They help the camera locate the QR code and align it correctly, even if the code is rotated or viewed at an odd angle. Timing patterns. The lines of alternating black and white modules running between the finder patterns help the scanner measure the dimensions of the code. They're like a built-in ruler that tells the phone how the grid is spaced. Alignment patterns. These smaller square targets help the scanner read the code accurately when it's distorted, on a curved surface, a wrinkled label, or anything that bends the grid. Data modules. These are the tiny black and white squares that actually store the encoded information. They're the message, but the message only becomes readable because the rest of the code teaches the scanner how to interpret it. So a QR code isn't just data. It's data plus a self-contained set of instructions for reading that data in the real world. Now let's talk about what happens when you scan it. What happens when you scan a QR code? When you point your phone at a QR code, the scanning software, either a scanner app or your camera's built-in QR feature, starts a quick chain of steps behind the scenes. Detection. First, it locates the finder patterns. Those corner squares tell the software where the code is and how it's oriented. This is how the phone knows whether the code is upright, rotated, or tilted. Decoding. Once aligned, the scanner uses the timing patterns and alignment patterns to determine the size and shape of the grid. It essentially rebuilds the QR code as a clean, measured map, even if the photo was taken at an angle. To you, it's a quick glance. To the software, it's a rapid geometry problem. Find corners, measure distances, correct perspective, and sample hundreds of tiny cells. That's why even a shaky hand can still produce a clean read. Interpretation. Now it reads the data modules. The pattern is translated into binary, then decoded into information your phone can act on, like a URL, a piece of text, or a payment instruction. All of that happens in seconds, which is why scanning feels effortless. But the effort is there. It's just hidden inside smart engineering and fast math, and at the heart of it all is a simple language: ones and zeros. The binary language inside the square. QR codes encode information in binary form, a sequence of ones and zeros. In the simplest explanation, each black square represents a 1 and each white square represents a 0. Together, those bits form patterns that can be translated into human-readable information. This is why the code looks like a puzzle. You're not meant to read it with your eyes. You're meant to capture it with a camera that can measure the grid and interpret the pattern precisely. So how much can it store? A standard QR code can hold up to 4,296 alphanumeric characters, letters, and numbers, or about 7,000 digits of numeric data. It can also store binary data for other formats, like images or small files, by compressing the information into the grid. But capacity isn't the most impressive feature. Reliability is. Why QR codes still work when they're damaged. One standout feature of QR codes is robustness. They are designed to survive the messiness of real life. Scratches, dirt, smudges, and partial obstructions. That's possible because of error correction. Error correction works by adding redundant data into the code. Think of it as backup information. If a section of the QR code is missing, the scanner can use the redundancy to recover what was lost. Depending on the level of error correction chosen when the code is generated, a QR code can still be readable, even if up to about 30% of it is damaged or dirty. That makes QR codes ideal for outdoor advertisements, receipts, packaging, anywhere a code might be exposed to wear and tear. So the code isn't fragile, it's prepared. And then something happened that turned this prepared little square into a global habit: smartphones. How QR went mainstream. QR codes existed long before they became a daily ritual. The missing ingredient was effortless scanning. The rise of smartphones transformed QR codes into a digital powerhouse because suddenly millions of people carried a camera and a computer in their pocket. By around 2017, many phone cameras began integrating QR scanning directly into their software. That eliminated the need for third-party apps, and it removed the biggest friction point. Scanning became as easy as opening the camera. Then came 2020, and the pandemic accelerated everything. Contactless payments, digital menus, and virtual check-ins all relied on scannable squares. QR codes became a simple way to touch less, share more, and keep life moving. But convenience wasn't the only reason. QR codes are also incredibly versatile. What a QR code can store, and what it can do. A QR code can carry different kinds of data, which is why it can be used in so many contexts. The most common types include URLs, directing you to a website, app, video, or online menu. Text, displaying a message, instructions, or a short note. Contact information, sharing V-cards so you can save a person or business instantly. Payment links, facilitating transactions with a single scan. In other words, QR codes don't just show you something, they trigger an action. They connect physical space, posters, tables, screens, packaging, to digital space in a way that feels immediate. And that usefulness is one reason they've stuck around. But there's another reason: they keep evolving without changing what you see. Dynamic QR codes. With technology moving quickly, it's fair to wonder whether QR codes will be replaced, but their simplicity and versatility have kept them relevant, and new variations have added more power. One major upgrade is the dynamic QR code. A dynamic QR code allows the information behind it to be updated without changing the code itself. The square stays the same, but the destination can change. That means a restaurant can print one QR code on a table, yet link it to a menu that changes daily. Event organizers can use dynamic QR codes for tickets that can be updated with new details, or even personalized for each user. The design is simple, but the system behind it can be flexible. And when you zoom out, the story of QR codes is really the story of a bridge. A little box of possibilities. Next time you scan a QR code, take a moment to notice what's happening. What looks like a simple square is actually a sophisticated system, a blend of engineering, math, and clever design, built to connect the physical and digital worlds in seconds. From its humble beginnings in a car factory to becoming a global symbol of connectivity, the QR code has earned its place in modern life. Whether you're ordering takeout, accessing Wi-Fi, checking into an event, or paying for groceries, those tiny squares are doing far more than meets the eye. They're proof that sometimes the simplest designs pack the most punch. Thanks for watching. If you have a suggestion for the next simple thing you want us to decode, share it in the comments. We love building episodes from your ideas, and if you want more stories hidden inside everyday objects, subscribe and stay tuned for the next one.